distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Katona. I am a youth activist to the campaign to stop killer robots in Hungary. Today, I will talk about the furthest end of automation and how to prevent it from devastating the world. The global market of artificial intelligence is expected to grow from $150 billion in 2023 to $1.3 trillion in 2030 at an annual growth rate of over 35%. Artificial intelligence that is using algorithms and machine learning to recognize patterns and imitate human intelligence is on its way to becoming a key factor in our changing global structures. An emerging technology that would help us solve our biggest problems as humanity or become our biggest problem. Leading powers like the United States, Russia, and China are developing fully autonomous weapons together with states like Turkey, Israel, South Korea, or the United Kingdom. Autonomous weapon systems with artificial intelligence and sensors can select and engage targets without meaningful human control. This means that if these systems, which are applied in drones, tanks, ships, swarm drones, and stationary weapons, get into mass production and used in armed conflict, then decisions over life and death could be delegated to machines. In 2020, according to a United Nations report by the panel of experts on Libya, a Turkish-made drone remotely engaged and hunted down retreating forces, conceivably without any intervention by a human operator. This means that a weapon with fully autonomous capacities has been used to attack humans in a war situation. And this is just the beginning. The United States and China are rapidly increasing their budgets on AI weapons, swirling into a new global arms race. The Russian Federation, waging a war against Ukraine, is a loud supporter and developer of killer robots. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian Minister for Digital Transformation said early this year that using killer robots is a logical and inevitable next step in Ukraine's strategy in their war of self-defense. This means that the armed conflict in Eastern Europe could become a focal point in the global automation of warfare. Thus, the question of regulating artificial intelligence in weapon systems has never been so urgent as it is now. Autonomous weapons dismantle global security architectures. Tendencies from the 1970s to disarm tools that could devastate the world in the blink of an eye have already turned. And the emergence of AI weapons is driving countries around the world to build up new arsenals and invest billions and billions of dollars to keep up for their survival. And the more weapons we have, with soldiers getting further from the battlefield, the threshold for states to go to war goes lower and lower. Another aspect of fully autonomous weapons is digital dehumanization. Algorithms that apply target profiles and determine who is the enemy and who is not, do not comprehend the inherent value of human life. In the eyes, or sensors better said, of AI systems, humans are not more than binary codes compared against datasets and the orders of superiors. That is why autonomous weapons do not only kill, but dehumanize people in the crosshairs, violating the one thing that can be lawfully violated not even in war: human dignity. Also, we know that current facial recognition systems have difficulties in recognizing people of certain races, and algorithmic biases often amplify grounded or ungrounded prejudice from people. This is something we cannot allow to happen when we make decisions about human lives. Our standpoint is also echoed by the UNESCO recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence, published in 2021, which highlights, and I quote, "An AI system can never replace ultimate human responsibility and accountability. As a rule, life and death decisions should not be ceded to AI systems. The civil society, together with thousands of experts, have raised their voice against the development and use of killer robots. Yet, over 10 years of debate in the Committee on the Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons did not lead to a meaningful result, as some countries blocked unanimity that is needed to move forward. A long-standing solution could be an international convention, whereby states would set boundaries to the application of AI in weapon systems and establish a general standard of meaningful human control in weapons with autonomous capacities. At the first committee of this year's session of the United Nations General Assembly in October, a draft resolution tabled by Austria aims to address legal, ethical, humanitarian, and security challenges raised by fully autonomous weapons. It is of crucial importance that the international community declares with a great majority that meaningful human control shall be preserved over the use of force, and AI shall never get the power to decide over human lives. I would call each of you to become ambassadors of our shared humanity and support and advocate for meaningful human control over the use of force in your communities. There is still a long way to go, but the more we raise our voice on the international stage, the more power we gain to shape the future, and the more hope that artificial intelligence will be used for the common good of all nations. Thank you for your attention.